Welcome back to Spicy Tech. I am Mark, and today we have the first impressions for FSD Beta V11.4.8.1. This is a brand new software, and in this software they're implementing the new video module, hopefully to respond a lot quicker and more confidently. In terms of the settings, I have it on assertive mode. I'm also going to have the one pull engagement in terms of FSD. You pull it once as opposed to twice, so that's something very, very small. And I'm looking to see if there's any improvement in terms of these left turns, difficult left turns, lane changes, if there's any kind of stuttery, unnatural feel. I'm hoping that it feels a little bit more natural and more assertive when making turns and decisions in general. So I'm also looking at the windshield wipers, if it's going to go crazy, because before it would just come on randomly, and if it came on it would just go quickly, and it really seemed buggy, and that's what the most recent or the previous update had that issue. So let's check it out. Let's see how the system has hopefully improved, and let's engage. One click engage or one pull engage. So now she's indicating there's cones right here. Hopefully she doesn't go straight into it. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to slow it down to 25 because we have a really bumpy road, as well as we have some potholes coming up. We have cars on the right side, and before the system used to get really confused with this center lane here. So now she's in the right side and she has to get here into the left. Okay, so she's a little bit confused as she needs to get into the left lane. That's a little bit late. And now she has her butt poking out. It wasn't as jerky as before. I mean, in a similar video, one of our previous videos, we had the car, it was really jerky making this kind of decision. So it seems to be a slight improvement so far. We'll see. We have a difficult left turn coming up soon. It's difficult because there's cars making right turns, left turns, and going straight. Okay, so now we have our famous left turn here, which is really difficult to make, and she's supposed to be getting a little bit more on the left side here because now it's difficult for her to see. So we can go. I'm going to have to disengage and make that turn manually. So that wasn't great. Okay, so we have a lot of things going on here. It's raining a lot. You can see here from the screen, and the windshield wipers aren't on as yet, which I find pretty strange. I'm gonna have to manually do that. Okay, so we still have some improvements to be made here with the wipers. Now we have a busy right turn here. We have cars coming on the left side, and she can go up. She can go. Okay, so she goes. She goes there pretty quickly too as well. Okay. Now we have a lane ending sign here. Is she going to actually make that and get into the left lane? No, no indication as yet. Nothing as yet. Still gonna have to disengage there and get into the lane. So I had to disengage there again. So far, I mean, doesn't really seem to be much of a great improvement, but it could be just because we have we're subjecting the system to such conditions, right? It's raining a lot. That first left turn there was not great in terms of lane positioning, and we were just going to be stuck there. And I can see the car that wanted to make their left turn was looking at us like, why are we so like, why are we directly in their view? Because we were blocking their view when they were making that left turn. Okay, so we have a left turn here. She can go. She has all the time to go. She's still slightly hesitant there. So we still have that hesitation there, folks. So I was hoping that we would see some improvements with that, but so far not really, no. So I'm manually using the wipers now because system is just taking so long to use it. It did have a quick reaction time there in terms of recognizing as it was going around the corner that there was a traffic buildup for this left turn here. We might be in a tricky situation here now because we have a protected left turn, and she has to be really confident and assertive with this turn. She has to go up quickly. We're not going to make that traffic light, but it was worth a try. It was worth a try. So this is a really busy left turn. Of course, the wipers, okay, so we did get some wiper action there, and that was automatic. I didn't have to press it manually, so that was good. She's creeping up in anticipation to making this left turn, but it's such a busy left turn that it doesn't really make sense, to be honest. I'm already inside the box. I'm getting inside of the box. I would have waited behind the line because usually the rule is you have 2 cars, a maximum of 2 cars in the intersection. Perfect. So Marsha kept her ground. She is here waiting for the light. All right, hopefully now we get the right of way. And sorry, the unprotected left turn. So hopefully that arrow turns green. You have to go. I have to give it some juice here for her to wake up. But she does it really, really well. Oops. She almost hit that curb there though. So that was really a little bit scary. So I had to disengage there. Yeah, it was getting really close to the curb. So I just disengaged there quickly so that way I don't ruin my wheel. Yes, so it saw that car making the left turn there, and it actually handled it pretty well. So that was great. Before it would slow down, and you would feel it slow down a lot before continuing on, and this time it was actually pretty good. Felt natural. Now before, she used to get onto the right lane and then coming up to 400 meters start indicating to get into the left lane here to make the left turn. But now she's doing all of that in advance. She's just staying in the left lane, keeping at speed, and just getting ready for the left turn here. So this is a slight improvement. Indicates get into the lane. Perfect. Now we have to come to a stop here. We have a car coming up with some speed. Yeah, wow, okay. I pretty much lost control there. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we have some construction coming up here. We have a sign in the middle of the road. First time I'm seeing this sign. She handles that decently well. Okay, so she handles that well. She wants to get herself on the right side. And this is something new. These traffic lights weren't here before, so this is a new thing that they've added. So good to see that the system is recognizing it already. We also have a flashing red light behind this traffic light. So is that going to throw off the system in any way? We'll find out. She's a little bit, I guess she's freaking out a little bit here because we have room on the right. If I give it some joules, probably we could squeeze through there, but I just want to see how the system really handles this. And finally, this light is green, so we can go straight. We shouldn't have to stop now, we can just go. Yeah, not too sure why it did that. So the car just really went off there and just swerved from left to right. Yeah, okay, so I mean, well, I mean, you saw it here, folks. This is the first impression so far, and it's a little bit rough. I mean, we are pushing it slightly because we are using it in really rainy conditions, but it wasn't that much rain, to be honest. We had some showers, but eventually it subsided, right? So the system here is kind of confused. It's trying to figure out, should we go right, should we go left? Before, not too sure why it's getting freaked out from this turn. I'm gonna disconnect that there because we're going in the wrong direction. It's a one-way. This is a roundabout. So not too sure why it got confused with that right turn. Okay, folks. Well, I mean, on that bombshell, we can safely end it here tonight. I mean, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. We still have the windshield issues in terms of it's just going crazy. Then when you come to the left turn, right turns, it does seem a slightly bit more responsive. So for example, with the left turn that we had at one of the major intersections, it handled it pretty well. I still had to give it some slight joules. So there is some hesitancy there still that needs to be ironed out. But in terms of the right turns, it's pretty decent. The positioning in the left lane is still an issue, because you saw from our first left turn, it was really not in the right position to make that left turn, especially with that difficult left turn. What else? Lane changes really well, handles pretty well. In terms of handling last minute choices of drivers, so for example, if a driver is trying to cut in, it recognizes it a lot quicker. If there's traffic coming up around a blind corner, it does it. It responds and stops and slows down a lot quicker too as well. So overall, there's a very slight improvement, but we'll have to see. This is the first impressions. We'll see in the future videos as we test it out in better conditions how it performs. But as of right now, I'm just seeing like a really small slight improvement, a step forward in terms of the software. Hopefully V12 blows us away and it's not all hype. We'll see. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. If you're seeing my car diffuser right here, this is the car diffuser from Daily Lab. You can get yourself one of these. This keeps your car really fresh and it smells really well. Discount code for 15% off is SPICY, and the link will be provided in the description below. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a good night. Bye.